Are you thinking about hiring a business coach? Are you wondering whether a business coach is right for you? Do you have some hesitations about hiring a business coach? In this video, let's explore the top 7 things that you need to know before hiring a business coach. Because honestly, the coaching industry feels kind of like the Wild West sometimes. It's unfortunately an unregulated industry, so you really need to be very discriminating when you are hiring a business coach. And it can feel like a lot of work to try to do all of that research. As a business coach for solopreneurs, I always want you to make the most informed, confident decision when you hire me so that you are fully satisfied and delighted with your experience, so that you know what to expect, and so that we can meet and exceed your expectations. So let's address the 7 hesitations that you might be having before hiring a business coach, because each and every single one of these concerns is absolutely 100% valid, and they're really important to take into consideration before you do hire a business coach. So this video is going to enable you to navigate the Wild West of the coaching industry much more easily. Hesitation number 1. I'm worried that if I hire a coach, it won't pay off. So in this case, what I do is I actually check in with you at every single coaching session to make sure that you are still fully satisfied. I tend to work with my business coaching clients, my solopreneur clients, for 6 months at a time, and we can renew after the end of the 6 months. And by the way, every client that I've worked with in my Solopreneur CEO 6-month one-on-one coaching program, every single client has either renewed at the end of 6 months because they loved it so much, or if they didn't renew at that point, they have said that they are really looking forward to hiring me again for another 6 months in the future. So that is a very good sign. It's always a really good sign when a business coach does get repeat clients and clients who love working together so much that they want to continue on. I will just say that. But what I do, because again, we work together for a full 6 months at a time, so I check in with you, not just at the beginning, not just at the end, but every step along the way. I'm connecting with you. I'm asking you how you are still feeling about it. I'm checking in to make sure that you are still fully satisfied. So if you tell me that you are feeling overwhelmed or nervous or uncomfortable or anything like that with your business, with the things that we're talking about, we will take extra time to work through that. I do not leave you hanging. So at the end of each coaching session, I'm going to ask you how you're feeling about things, if you are in a good place to keep moving forward. But we're not just going to end the session, okay? If you feel overwhelmed, if there's anything going on in your brain that you're like, I'm kind of nervous about what we've been talking about, I'm a little bit scared about implementing, then we will take the extra time to ensure that you feel really good and in a satisfied, really, really fulfilled sort of place. And if I see that you are struggling, or if I get the sense that something is not quite working, I will also suggest pivots. So I'm not just listening to the words that you are telling me. If you are telling me that you are overwhelmed, I'm also looking at your facial expression, your behaviors, your gestures, the underlying things that are beneath the surface of the words that you are saying, so that I can see if there's anything hidden beneath the surface. That is part of my job as your business coach. In addition to getting the chance to provide feedback on each of our coaching sessions, you can also submit your feedback in an anonymous survey at any time during the course of us working together. So this is really, really important that you get the chance to provide anonymous feedback, because that creates that extra safe space for you. If for whatever reason you do want to share something with me without your name attached to it, that's totally fine. I take everything that I receive from my clients very seriously. I take it all under consideration. And my ultimate goal, the entire point of us working together, is that you are satisfied and fulfilled. So I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure that you have an amazing experience. You also get unlimited access to me via email or voice text messaging throughout our Solopreneur CEO 6-month one-on-one coaching program. So you get that in between sessions for additional support or feedback or pep talks, all of those types of things. So some of my clients will send me emails that they are, an email draft that they want to send a client, and they'll ask me for my feedback, or they'll send me sales page link for their new freelance services that they're offering, and they will ask for my feedback. And so I will review those types of things and provide you with feedback in between. Other times, clients want a little bit of pep talk, or they're feeling, really overwhelmed or nervous or anything like that in between our coaching sessions. So they might reach out to get a little bit of extra of that pep talk, a little bit of extra coaching in between, and I'm happy to provide that as well. Now, if at any point throughout the program you feel dissatisfied, then we will 100% figure out what needs to change in order to resolve the issue. Again, I genuinely want the absolute best success and experience for you, for one thing, and for another, it is in my best interest to keep you happy and satisfied. I want my clients to all be happy and satisfied for you and also for me as your coach. So that addresses hesitation number 1 about hiring a business coach, right? That whole concept of, I'm worried that if I hire a coach, it won't pay off. So now you know how I handle that to make sure that it will pay off for you. And if you are looking at different business coaches as options, one of the things that you might want to do is connect with them ahead of time to find out their answer to this type of question. What are they doing to ensure that your coaching experience will pay off? All right, so reach out and ask them. Simply ask them. So now you have my answer, and so you know exactly how we make sure that it will pay off for you. All right, hesitation around hiring a business coach number 2. I've heard horror stories about coaches who give you the same generic advice that you can get from a podcast. Oh, yeah, this is true. It's true. It's a scary thing to hire a business coach, because what if it's just the same as their free content? What if the things that your business coach tells you is just the same as anything that you can get from a podcast or a YouTube video, right? So it's important that you know that when you hire me as your business coach, you are not getting copy and pasted content. My clients are highly self-aware. They are smart people, and they have shared that they really appreciate that what they get from our sessions is refreshing and very different from much of the usual advice that they have heard out there. And a lot of that usual advice that they've heard in the past hasn't worked for them anyway. That's why they're coming to me, because the traditional business advice that they've been receiving, they've tried to implement and it hasn't worked for them, or because they have worked with other people, or they've thought about getting work with other people, but it just hasn't quite been up to par with what they want. Besides that, I also use a hybrid blend of coaching, consulting, teaching, and mentorship inside Solopreneur CEO. So this makes it a very unique way to maximize your experience. Your coaching experience will not look the same as any of my other clients, because all of my clients' wants and needs are different. I customize each and every coaching session to your unique wants and needs. And I do also provide additional supports, such as customized EFT tapping sessions, or thought exercises, or guided self-coaching thought experiments, and more. So I will provide that for you as needed throughout our time together. I have also over a decade of experience as a solopreneur, and I am passionate about the solopreneur business model. My main goal is always to work with you, not at you, to create the best possible solutions that fit what you want from your life and business. This is a co-created experience. Now, I do have a sort of curriculum that I use in Solopreneur CEO. So if you visit saganmorrow.com/CEO, I actually map out what our 6 months together can look like. But again, this does vary considerably from one client to the next, because one client might be someone who is just starting their business. They haven't even launched it yet. Another might be in the middle of a business pivot. So they've had their business for a few years and now they're adding a second part to their business, or they're changing their business model. Someone else might have had their business for many, many years and they're ready to take it to the next level. So as a result, our curriculum, the types of things that we're going to work on throughout our 6 months together, is going to change, and it's going to be completely adjusted and customized to you. So you can book your spot and learn all about Solopreneur CEO at saganmorrow.com/CEO, and I will share that link in the show notes. So that is my answer to that hesitation number 2 about hearing those horror stories about coaches who just provide the same generic advice that you can get from a podcast. And again, if you are looking for a business coach, if you have a different business coach in mind for your own business, then ask them how they would sort of handle this. Ask them about the types of things that they are doing for their clients. Is it basically the exact same thing that they talk about on their podcast? Okay. All right. Hesitation number 3 about hiring a business coach. I don't want to get into that situation with a sketchy coach taking all my money and then just telling me to post 5 times a day on Instagram. So this really builds off of that second hesitation. And I promise you that I, as your business coach, will never force you to be on any platform that you do not want to be on. Okay? Again, our coaching sessions are a co-creative and collaborative experience. Everything is fully customized to your unique wants and needs. So I personally love sending emails. I love doing videos. If you've been on my YouTube channel for any period of time, then you will know that I love creating videos. I love being on Instagram as well. These are some of the things that I really enjoy doing. But some of my clients cannot stand Instagram. Other clients are just terrified at the idea of doing live video. Some of them have no interest in doing email marketing. Some of them love doing in-person networking. Some of them have different types of social media platforms that they want to use, or they want to, do something entirely different. All of that is great. I am never going to force you to fit into a particular box and to join a particular platform, because there is no one platform that's the be-all, end-all. We create strategies based on the platforms that you want to be on. And we also, if you do not know what platform you want to be on, we're going to do coaching to figure out the best platform for you. And by the way, I did not start my business as a coach, okay? I spent years in business as a freelance writer before becoming a coach for other people in business. I began my business as a freelance writer over 12 years ago. A lot of my freelance writing projects were in the health sector, so I became a certified holistic nutritionist to help sort of build my understanding and my professional expertise. And after that, I actually did spend a time doing nutrition consults for clients on the side from my freelance writing business. And then sometime after that, back in 2016, I believe it was, I created my first couple of online courses to support other freelancers, because I was getting so many freelancers and other solopreneurs asking me how to work from home, how to grow a business, how to communicate effectively with clients, and to provide amazing high quality work for clients, all of these types of things. So that's when I wrote a book on the topic. I created my first few online courses for freelancers. And soon after that, I began doing some consulting and then some coaching for freelancers. I am also an internationally board certified success and life coach, as well as a certified practitioner of emotional freedom techniques. So I do have all of this sort of background and these qualifications. Nowadays, I still do some freelance writing, but my primary work is in coaching other solopreneurs through the 6-month one-on-one Solopreneur CEO coaching program and teaching in my signature anti-hustle e-course Productivity Powerhouse. And I do also, on the side, I write and publish rom-com novels. I do a lot of presentations. I facilitate workshops and speak at conferences. I have background as a side hustler as well as a full-time freelancer. I have experience in a business partnership. I have experience as a podcast host, a blogger, right? All of these different types of things. I did not start my business as a business coach. This is very, very important. Anytime that you are hiring a business coach, find out what their background is. What are their qualifications, their credentials, their personal experience, as well as their experience working with other clients? Are they starting out as a business coach, or do they actually have business experience beyond being a business coach? So I spent years in my business before ever becoming a coach for other people in business. Literally over 6 years as a freelancer before I ever coached someone on business. And then it was several more years before solopreneur life and success coaching became the main core of my business. And because I also have that background as a certified holistic nutritionist, my coaching experience itself started before I even became a business coach. So not only did I have that background in business and in doing different types of things in business, because I am very multi-passionate, but I also had experience in coaching before becoming a business coach. So all of that is just an FYI in case you were wondering. So there you go. That is my answer to hesitation number 3, that whole concept of I don't want to get into a situation with a sketchy coach taking all my money and then telling me to post 5 times a day on Instagram. That is my response to that. I will never force you to go on a particular platform. And also, I did not start out as a business coach. So if you are looking into hiring another business coach, then this is the type of thing that you might also want to inquire with them. How long have they been a business coach for? How do they actually have the experience and qualifications to do business coaching? And also, are they going to force you to be on a particular platform? Which is totally fine if you want to be on a particular platform, but really checking in with these types of questions is very important so that you don't get trapped into working with a coach who's not a good fit for you. Hesitation number 4. I've taken programs before that did not deliver on their promise. It's disappointing when they don't live up to the hype, and now I don't know who to trust. Yeah. So see my response to point number 1, right? So my answer to that hesitation number 1 about I'm worried that if I hire a coach, it won't pay off. I shared with you all about how I check in with my clients on an ongoing basis and provide a lot of opportunities on those checkpoints throughout our work together to make sure that you are fully 100% satisfied. I am deeply committed to your success and your satisfaction. The other thing that's really good for you to know is that when you join my Solopreneur CEO 6-month one-on-one coaching program, you get lifetime access, a backstage pass to the Productivity Powerhouse e-course. And that gives you ongoing support as a solopreneur using anti-hustle productivity methodologies. And I do have some really good case studies from other clients who have worked with me in a one-on-one capacity. So I will share those in the show notes as well. So if you are, worried that a particular program will not deliver on its promise, right? With this hesitation number 4, if you want to hire a business coach, but you also don't know who to trust, then it is really important to check in, find out what kind of checkpoints are there? Find out what kind of ongoing support beyond one-on-one coaching is available to you, and also find out what other clients are saying. So check in what kind of testimonials and case studies and all of that do they have. I also want to note here that with the case studies that I share, with all of the case studies and testimonials that I share with you, they are typical results. They are normal results that my clients get. They are not this top 5% that I'm cherry picking results from and only sharing those with you. No, not at all. The client testimonials and case studies that I share with you are the normal, typical results that my clients get when we work together. All right, that was hesitation number 4 about hiring a business coach. Hesitation number 5. I'm very picky about what I pay for. Wading through fluff is annoying. How do I know a coach won't give me fluff answers? I have clients who are thrilled to discover that we can work through an issue and resolve it within literally just 3 minutes. That's not going to be the case for every situation, but this has happened time and time again, where we can work through a particular issue that you have been struggling with for months or maybe years, and we will resolve it within a 3-minute period. It's truly amazing the types of results that we can get in a one-on-one coaching capacity. Solopreneur CEO is a straight to the point program so that you can experience transformational shifts within a single session. And again, keep in mind that we do work together for 6 months at a time inside Solopreneur CEO. So just imagine how much we can accomplish over the course of 6 whole months. And I do, of course, always want you to have the best experience, as I've mentioned before. So I myself am always doing ongoing professional development and continuing education as your coach to make sure that I can provide you with the highest quality experience. One of the reasons why space is so limited in my Solopreneur CEO 6-month one-on-one coaching program is because there's a lot of sort of extras that can take place outside of our coaching calls. So in order for me to be able to give you the full extent of a high-level service, I can only take on a limited number of clients. I don't just hop on a call with you, hop off, and then call it a day. No, okay? I show up to each of our sessions fully prepared. Between our sessions, I am thinking about you. I am thinking about your work, your frustrations, your struggles, your goals, your wins. Between our sessions, I am doing research for what will best support you. And that can include continuing education, professional development, keeping up to date on your online platform. So I'm checking on your website and your social media to sort of see what you're up to. Between our sessions, I am planning out our coaching strategies and techniques based on your unique situation. So this might be the coaching processes, somatic techniques, guided self-coaching thought exercises, actionable strategies, all fully customized to you. And between our sessions, if you have updates to share, if you want feedback on your work, if you need a little extra email-based coaching or voice or text message-based coaching between those sessions, I provide that for you as well. This is why space is limited, okay? Now, the other side of this, because this hesitation was about wading through fluff being really annoying, and I totally get that. So the other thing that we do in Solopreneur CEO is we have coaching calls every 2 to 3 weeks. So it is 2 calls every month for 6 months, plus unlimited access to me in between sessions. And the reason why we do that is so that you get the time, the space to implement the things that we discuss, the things that we are doing coaching on. So you get to take that and you get to really take action on it and implement it on your own time. And then we can come back to make sure that everything is working really well for you. Another aspect of what I do for you is I always provide you with a recap email. After our coaching session, I provide you with a comprehensive bullet point recap of all of the things that we talk about on our coaching call. You do get replays of each of our sessions, but I know that because we talk about so many different things on our calls, it can be a lot to then go back and rewatch the session. So that's why I make it easy for you. I provide you with all of the key takeaways so that you have access to it. So it takes out any extra time that it would require for you to go back through the call. So this is a huge time saver for you as well. So there you go. That kind of answers that hesitation number 5 about ensuring that you don't have a bunch of fluff answers. So again, if you are hiring a business coach, you can check in with them, find out what they do and how quickly you can expect to get results. And again, my clients can get results within literally 3 minutes of us on a coaching session. Hesitation number 6 about hiring a business coach. I've often let myself down in the business department, and I'm scared that if I sign up, I will once again drop the ball at some point and end up back at square one. We work together on building your self-trust. As part of the work that we are doing, we are ensuring that you do not drop the ball, all right? Solopreneur CEO is also designed to keep you on track and accountable. So if at any time you are struggling or feeling overwhelmed or overloaded, or you feel like you are dropping the ball, we can work through that together, reassess how things are going, and pivot or adjust strategies as needed to resolve those issues so that you are feeling really good about the direction that things are taking and about your progress. I am here to support you along the way. And that's also part of the reason why this program is set up to be a full 6-month program, so that you don't need to worry about losing steam. I know that can sometimes happen after a one-time coaching session or after a intensive single month of coaching. It can be really easy to get excited about it and then drop the ball after the fact. But when we are working together over the course of 6 months, we are ensuring that you have long-lasting, lifetime strategies in place to keep you making progress and to keep you moving forward. And again, because we do 2 coaching calls every month, so you have 2 weeks in between every call, this gives you the opportunity to flex those independence muscles and to really explore your own autonomy. So we're ensuring that you are getting the space to test things out and see how things are going in a safe and controlled environment. Okay, so you're coming back to me at the end of the 2 weeks, and we're checking in and pivoting things as needed. But you're getting a 2-week period in between our coaching calls to test things out and to see how things are going, and to be able to build your confidence that you are not going to drop the ball. All right. So if you are looking at hiring a particular business coach, then check in with them about this type of thing. Ask them, how are you going to make sure that I don't drop the ball? How can we prevent this from happening? Some business coaches are going to be very much of the mindset that, it's up to you, you're an adult, you're responsible for these types of things, just don't drop the ball. And that works well for some people, right? That's fine for some clients. That is not my approach. I am not a tough love coach. I am here to support you while also fostering your independence. So if you are concerned about dropping the ball, or if you are starting to drop the ball, we're going to explore that and dig deeper. We are going to understand what's really going on and how you can be set up to not drop the ball anymore. Okay, so I always love taking it a step further and being able to, again, foster your independence and your autonomy while ensuring that you have all the supports that you need to really set you up for success. Hesitation number 7 about hiring a business coach. We are on to our last hesitation for this video. I'm worried about adding more to my plate. I want to make sure I get the most out of hiring a coach, but I don't want to overload myself in the process. Yes, that is important, and that's totally okay. So we can sort through and manage all of your different priorities and help you navigate both the business side of things along with developing your craft and supporting your hobby, supporting your family and enjoying hobbies and all of those sorts of pieces. Solopreneur CEO is designed to integrate all of those different pieces together, even if they seem like they are currently competing for your attention. And Solopreneur CEO actually removes things from your plate. You only need to spend about 1 to 2 hours every week actively doing the homework from our sessions. And by the way, the homework, the action steps are things that we will both agree on. Okay, again, this is a co-created experience. So I'm not going to assign you any action steps that you don't want to do. We will decide them together. And because all of this is fully customized to your situation, we will add or reduce the amount of time that you need to spend on this program based on your needs. And again, we are only meeting every 2 weeks. Okay, so you don't need to set this time aside every single week. You don't need to worry about that. We are going to save you so much time in your business and in your life, and we're really going to ensure that you're also getting your energy back. Okay, so there you have it. Those are our 7 hesitations. And again, as with the other 6 hesitations, if you are looking at a particular business coach and wanting to hire them, really, ask them when it comes to the 7th hesitation, tell them that you are concerned about adding more to your plate. Find out how much time it's going to take you to implement the things that you'll be working on throughout this program. Just reach out and ask, and they should be able to have an answer for you. So there you have it. Now you have what you need to know before hiring a business coach. So at this stage, would you like to hire me as a business coach for your solopreneur business? I would be so happy to support you and guide you throughout your solopreneurship journey. Visit saganmorrow.com/CEO to book your spot in my business coaching program, Solopreneur CEO, today. Link is in the show notes. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to give this video the thumbs up, and also drop a comment below sharing your favorite takeaway from today's video.